What do Raptors have to do with Toronto? How did the Hornets name switcheroo work? And there certainly aren't Wizards in Washington, D.C. Where did all these names come from in the Eastern Conference? Let's answer all of them. That's what we're doing today. Play the intro. I'll be going over the name of the team, any previous locations, previous names if they had any, and any other names they could have been called. Let's begin. The Tri-Cities Blackhawks called three different cities home: Moline, Illinois, Rock Island, Illinois, and Davenport, Iowa. The name Blackhawks came from Chief Blackhawk. The team would move to Milwaukee, shortening the name to Hawks. The team would move to St. Louis, win a championship in 1958, and move to Atlanta in 1968. Watch Hawks Down for more information. One of the oldest and most historic teams in the NBA. When Boston was granted a team in 1946, owner Walter Brown had several names to choose from: Olympians, Whirlwinds, and even Unicorns. But Brown chose Celtics after the huge Irish community in Boston. Probably the best idea. Imagine trying to take the Boston Unicorns serious. Yes, the name is boring and bland, but we still need to go over it. They're named after basketball nets, and it rhymed with the Mets and Jets. That's it. In the 90s, the Nets almost changed the name to Swamp Dragons, but it never happened. The Nets have bounced between New York, New Jersey, and finally Brooklyn. Okay, you have to pay attention to me on this one. The first Hornets franchise started in 1988. The name came from British General Charles Cornwallis, who is said to describe Charlotte as a hornet's nest of rebellion, following the Battle of Charlotte in the American Revolution. That team moved to New Orleans in 2002. Then in 2004, Charlotte was granted a new expansion team called the Bobcats. Allegedly, the name was chosen by original owner Bob Johnson, and it was another cat name to match the Carolina Panthers. Then came the switcheroo. In 2013, Charlotte got the Hornets name back, while New Orleans changed the name to Pelicans. To be continued on that one. Chicago had a few things that helped decide their name: the Chicago meatpacking industry in 1966, and owner Richard Klein's son. Richard had the idea of names like Matadors or Toreadors, but his son Mark said, "Dad, that's a bunch of bull." The name also symbolized strength and power. In 1970, the Cleveland Plain Dealer ran a Name the Team contest. Finalists included Jays, Foresters, Towers, and Presidents. But none were chosen. Instead, Cavaliers, which contest winner Jerry Tomko said represent a group of daring, fearless men whose life pact was never surrender, no matter the odds. I'm not here to talk about how the Pistons did this season. Many people on this platform did that already. The name Pistons came from a different city. The Pistons started in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Owner Fred Zollner was the owner of a factory that produced pistons for different engines. Zollner decided to name them the Zollner Pistons after his work. Zollner was dropped in 1949. Then in 1957, the Pistons moved from Fort Wayne to Detroit. Pistons work in the Motor City. The Pacers started in the American Basketball Association before the merger. The name Pacers came from Indiana's history of harness racing Pacers and the Indianapolis 500. That's it. Cargo Vroom. In a place where the thermometers are usually red, you would expect a name related to hot weather or even beach life. Names like Beaches, Floridians, and even Suntan were part of the Name the Team contest. But instead, Heat was chosen after the aforementioned hot weather. In 1968, a Name the Team contest was held. More than 10,000 options were submitted. The most popular choice was Wisconsin State bird, robins. But instead, the second choice, Bucks, was chosen. The winner of the contest said Bucks were spirited, good jumpers, fast, and agile. There are two different origins of the Knicks name. One story says it was based on Dutch settlers who came to New York wearing knickerbocker pants. Another is the original ownership group put names in a hat, and most of them drew knickerbockers after Father Knickerbocker, who was a symbol of New York before the Statue of Liberty. From what I researched, there was no mention of the New York Knickerbockers baseball club from the 1800s. Another name the team contest was held. In the end, 76ers was chosen after the signing of the Declaration of Independence and the American Revolution. Because we don't have enough patriotic team names in this country at all. Also, insert a comment here about trusting the process or something like that. Before Orlando received a team, a Name the Team contest was held. Options were narrowed down to Tropics, Juice, and Magic. Magic ended up winning. Can you guess why? The two have partnered together as Disney is the jersey sponsor for the Magic. Huskies was considered after the original NBA team in 1946, but was rejected by Toronto ownership due to fear that the logo would look similar to the Timberwolves. Instead, another Name the Team contest was held. 2,000 options were narrowed down to 11. They included Beavers, Bobcats, Dragons, Grizzlies, Hogs, Scorpions, T-Rex, Tarantulas, Terriers, Towers, and Raptors. The latter ended up winning. The meaning behind it was the popularity of Jurassic Park in the 90s. Since we're talking about the Raptors, I should probably answer why I'm a Toronto Raptors fan. It's simple. They're Canada's team, and St. Louis doesn't have an NBA team. A lot of you are wondering why Washington changed the name from Bullets to Wizards. Owner at the time, Abe Pullen, said it was because the name Bullets connected them to gun violence. It was later revealed that it was because of the assassination of Pullen's friend and Israel Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin. The Bullets name came from the Phoenix Shot Tower in Baltimore. That was the original Bullets who played in the American Basketball League. In 1963, the Chicago Zephyrs moved to Baltimore and brought back the Bullets name. The new name was decided through, you guessed it, a Name the Team contest. The names included Dragons, Express, Stallions, Sea Dogs, and Wizards. Wizards ended up winning. Pullen said it represented energy and an omnipresent power. If you consider politicians as wizards, I guess that also makes sense. And that's every NBA team's name in the Eastern Conference as of May 2024. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Today's shoutout goes to Martina Trogerlich. If you want a shoutout, vote on the logo polls on my Instagram or Snapchat story before each video. In part 2, we will learn the origin of every NBA team's name from the Western Conference. I'll see you in the next video.